Hello everyone, my name is Holden Hardman. This is my lovely wife Jen, and today we're continuing our journey through Star Wars Andor. I've really been enjoying this series. There have been some pretty high highs. I'm really interested in where Cassian is right now, being in this prison situation. So I'm excited to continue on. How are you feeling going into episode 9?
I'm really enjoying it. The last episode, in particular, I loved seeing Andor being in this like Star Wars jail type thing. My theory is that our Andy Serkis character is going to assist him in some form.
Yeah.
That's my prediction. I really just want to see that play out. It reminds me of like a futuristic, what is the movie? Fugitive. The Fugitive.
Oh, The Fugitive, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to see how Andor just figures this out. And then of course we have all these other like subplots going on at the same time. So it makes for really interesting. I commented in the last video that I'm getting a little confused as far as like Mon Mothma, where she's going, what her next move is gonna be.
I feel like the last episode after the heist is where we started to get a little bit, wait, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
Between Mon Mothma, the two girls from the heist, we now have stuff going on with Bix. We of course have Cassian in the prison. So only in the last episode did I feel, okay, it's starting to kind of get a little kind of convoluted there. Not unreasonable, just like, it's just one of those like, wait, what are you trying to do again? What is your mission?
There's just a lot going on. And
Yeah.
but that's one of the things that I enjoy about this show is that we have just, you know, plot after plot after plot going on. So I like that, but the Mon Mothma in particular, I'm getting a little lost on. Partly because some of the conversations,
They're in code almost.
They are. So I'm like, what are you doing?
So has the delivery been made? And like, of course it has. It looks like the attack on the rebels have finally gone through. Yeah, there's a little bit of that for sure.
But it's a lot of fun. I'm enjoying this show. I'm loving like the difference in tone compared to some of the other stuff that we're watching.
Yeah, I'm super enjoying this show, and I can't wait to continue on. So let's go ahead and continue on episode 9 of Andor. Just kicking my Sprite.
6 years.
I cannot believe that.
Look how they have like a fan, like an Amazon fan. Having those whirlpools is a really cool idea.
It really is. This is brilliant too.
Yeah, the whole floor thing.
That's like in Face Off. You remember that prison? The black site prison?
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you everything I know to be true, and in doing so, perhaps convince you to cooperate without intervention. We have Dr. Gorst, who's developed a unit. He was sent the fractal radio unit you used yesterday afternoon.
This is like an episode of
He was
Homeland.
interested in generating
loving it.
political activity on Ferrix. Did you know Salman Park was paid to keep that radio alive? Did you know you were the only one to use it? Your contact met Park only once before being turned over to you. You're in my net, Biggs. Seems a shame to end up on the carving board if your motivation here is just money. I would prefer a conversation rather than put Dr. Gorst back to work.
I don't know the buyer.
Really?
Really. Sometimes the answer is he comes, he buys, he leaves.
The very worst thing you can do right now is bore me. I suppose.
This officer investigator is a lot more hardcore than I thought she was
Yeah.
going to be initially.
It's much more intense.
Right. Oh, Bix.
They won't be short-handed all day. There's a new man coming down, but we can take the ship if we push. Right.
Oh.
What do you say, old timer?
I might need some help.
Oh, I feel bad.
What? Come on.
I hate that. I don't like seeing old people
Yeah, I
working.
have such a soft spot for elderly.
You are the next man out. You are the shortest of the short. Olaf is going home.
The restraints are nothing to be feared. It's much safer for you to be tethered as we engage.
Why is this guy smiling so
I know.
much?
We've had some early trials that were a bit chaotic.
I suspect he enjoys this.
Oh yeah.
An outer rim moon called Dizon Frey, extremely hostile to the concept of an Imperial refueling centre that local commanders were granted permission to use any means necessary, and the massacre of the Dizonites was broadcast. They make a sound as they die, a sort of agonised pleading. We've taken the recordings and modified them slightly, found a section of what we believe are primarily children.
Is this one of those like VR headsets that you have?
Doesn't take long.
It's probably something like that.
Feel that way to you, inside. If you're having difficulty speaking, just shake your head from side to side.
Oh.
Jeez.
So exactly like Homeland, got it.
Taking my run.
Hold your positions!
2 men back. 2 weapons.
Silence!
Nothing that moves can fry you.
We attack while they're coming down. Now.
They'll just go back up.
It's Unit 52D. Level 5.
Oh.
Shall we begin?
So what is she hearing? She's hearing children.
It's like some species that is apparently the sound of them is torment.
He told you 2 minutes ago.
Do you think I don't want to win?
Hours to lose, sir. What are you waiting for?
Keep her here. Keep her alive.
As a hostage?
As a witness.
Salmon Park?
I don't care.
I'd like to hang him. Make sure they know who's in charge.
As you wish.
Chandrila stands with those in opposition to the Emperor's new public safety legislation. Unchallenged authority. Those of you who still believe that when we enter this building, we are in a temple.
Does that mean they descend?
Yeah, they're just like disagreeing with her.
They'd keep us here forever if they wanted.
It's enough from you, Melcher.
What are they saying?
I think it's level 2. You're right here.
Oh, fine.
Level 2 far.
It's nothing. Someone didn't load in. They are counting.
So they cut the power? It's 2. Something's wrong on 2.
It takes a week for one word to get all the way up here, and you're panicking about something that's happening on the other side of the building.
Well, yes, but you've got to...
Stand in place, on program, feet down, face front.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they're doing with this daughter. They keep like you said in the last one, it keeps like poking her in here and
Yeah. That's her cousin.
6 months. There's a lot to see.
there. Well, I guess so.
The rebellion comes first. We take what...
It would make sense how they're like connected in that way.
You never think about escaping? How many guards on each level?
You want out of here alive, turn that part of your mind off.
Tell me what you know before you go.
You've been warned.
You think they're listening? You think they care enough to make an effort? They don't need to care. All they need to do is turn this floor on twice a day. Melch is right. We're cheaper than droids. How many guards on each level? Nobody's listening. Nobody's listening!
Axis obviously runs a very disciplined operation. We think we've already got a match to a targeting unit. Andor returned to Ferrix 3 nights after Aldhani with money in his pocket.
He'd shaved his beard. The rebels at Aldhani were clean-shaven.
An Aldhani connection would certainly amplify interest. Let's follow that up. Perhaps they communicate.
If they are, we'll know.
Chick's a savage.
What happened to Unit 2-5?
We weren't told anything. You're kidding. 100 men? That can't be right.
Jeez, he just killed them all.
What did he say?
Ask him.
I wonder why.
Feared they were making trouble.
On program, feet down.
We set them all free.
Progress!
The less they think we know, the better.
We have heard nothing. Just another day, another shift.
You're up early. Home late, up early. I moved mountains to scrape you off the floor and put you back on your feet. What is the return on my investment?
We were talking about you.
What if I'd let your neglect drive me insane? Imagine that.
I've been promoted.
I knew they'd recognize your promise.
Mom is strange.
Yeah.
She reminded me of like a 60s mom.
Yeah. Something's gonna happen with this old guy.
I know, I
don't
can
know
tell.
what, but
He's like slowly getting worse.
oh.
Get it in.
Find yourself a husband?
Wasn't on my list of things to do.
Who's left of any value at your age?
Yes, all the good ones are taken. We've chosen a side. We're fighting against the dark.
Poor Bix.
I know.
It's been a really long day.
That's like us after spring break with the kids.
Sir O'Karn,
I know who you are.
I wanted to thank you for the promotion.
I had nothing to do with it. Have you been waiting out here?
Yes.
Does he like love her or something?
Yeah, right?
Mind you, and it's not that easy to thank you for what you did.
I think he's got the hots for her.
Are you stalking?
I know you work here.
You were my supervisor.
Idea how much trouble you're in right now.
I thought it
Didn't stop me either.
Just being in your presence, I've realized that life was worth living.
Jeez.
I realized faded for me in the future was a dream worth clinging to.
I see it.
I want what you want.
I have all.
And what does he want?
You come near me again, and
Bring
I
down
swear
Cassian
you in a cage
and
I'll
those
be out
pants.
Oh, he likes her.
It's all right. He left that impression for sure. Let her think about it for a couple days.
Get Dr. Gorst. Send him out there immediately.
I already did. He's on his way.
I've been over
She's
these.
a little flustered.
It's a good type of flustered.
There were better ways to do this. It's not a long list.
And yet you're afraid to say who it is.
Davos Holden,
He's a thug.
the wealthiest thug of them all.
Don't tell me you've spoken to him already.
At what cost?
I'm not sure. He wants to meet you.
We've got a rebel pilot in custody, one of Anton Krieger's group. We don't think Krieger knows he's gone missing yet. We don't want Krieger getting spooked. Can't hang on to him, we can't let him go.
What if we foul the ship? An accident, something mechanical, let it drift into traffic?
Make it so top priority, quickly and carefully.
Jeez.
Leave no trace.
Savages.
I wonder if they'll explain what they're making.
Poor Pops.
I don't know.
Cover it.
Inmates on program.
Olaf.
Ugh. Oh no.
Olaf.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if he went to a doctor, they'd just kill him off.
Yeah.
Because he's not useful.
Nobody's gonna care.
Tell me we need a med tech up here. Get going. Now. You've only got a few shifts left. You're going home.
Oh God, this is so sad.
He's wearing blue. Oh, it's medtech.
Here he comes, Lee. His name's Olaf.
I've seen him before. Hold up.
He's only got 40 shifts left.
Look at me, brother.
His name is Olaf.
I don't want to know his name.
Ugh.
Get him back on his feet.
That's not an option. Nothing too safe. He's had a massive stroke. I can't help anyone.
Oh,
I need a bag and a trolley.
he'd already called it.
Yeah.
Another week like this, and you'll be begging for what he's getting.
What happened on level 2?
Oh,
You'll feel nothing.
Oh.
oh.
A man who was just released on 4 ended up back on 2 the next day. Those other men.
Oh.
They're just leaving.
So they're not freeing anyone. They're just cycling them through
Oh.
the different floors. I guess that one floor found out. They killed them all to keep it secret.
Not after this.
Oh my gosh.
Your friend is free.
Oh, that is so juicy. I mean, I would have never thought of that.
Man, it's horrible. Empire Prison sucks. All right, just finished episode 9. What a interesting episode. Even Andy Serkis is starting to crack, realizing that this is all a farce. I'm really enjoying it. I've been saying it since the beginning. These episodes are really dialogue heavy, a lot of stuff going on, but they managed to make it entertaining and they managed to make it engaging. So I'm really enjoying it. I can't wait to see what happens with the next episode. I'm guessing this prison thing is going to come to a head. But what did you think of the episode?
This was my favorite episode so far.
More than 6?
Maybe.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, maybe. Just because we found out a lot more information. Obviously, the prison, I was shocked when the revelation came out of they're not releasing anyone and that the reason that those men were killed was to cover that information up. I would have never expected that. Like, that blew me away. But it was so juicy, just that surprise storyline. I thought was great. And I'm really loving Andy Serkis in this. I have a feeling that this is what is gonna cause him to help Andor. So I'm really hoping that that's the way it's gonna go. It seems like it is, because Andor has to get out. And then Bix, I'm rewatching Homeland, and that is what that whole situation reminds me of. Just seeing how she was at the beginning when she had not been tortured, and then seeing the aftermath was so shocking. It's also interesting that they have female investigator and our guy.
I know who you're talking about, the Lazy Town guy.
Okay, Lazy Town guy and our investigator. There's some kind of like love match.
Well, he's like really attracted to her.
Too, though. I saw her. She was like,
yeah, she wasn't. She doesn't want to let him know that she's like interested in that, but she was like, "Oh, it's getting a little moist downstairs."
So again, really unexpected twist. Her intensity is just on a whole different level.
She is more intense than what I was led to believe at the beginning. Like the lengths. You know, she's Empire, so you know that she's not good. The level of like bad that she is was surprising.
Yeah, and one thing that I have to point out is that there is a lot of cold personalities in this TV show. There's not a lot of compassion that plays a role. People are very intense, which really makes sense with like the territory and what's going on.
Yeah.
Mon Mothma, again, that storyline is probably the one that I feel like is developing the slowest.
Yeah, it's always about just like raising money and then like the politics, making sure it doesn't get traced back to her.
What I'm trying to figure out is if they have something specific in mind for the money that they're trying to
move, raise,
yes.
Yeah.
Is it going to something specific, or is it just going to fund the rebellion in general? I haven't been able to like discern that based off of their conversations, or if I missed it or whatnot. But that for me is probably, I'm hoping that develops a little more, because I just want to figure out like what's going on with this. What are y'all doing? Everything else is fantastic. Like I said, I think this was my favorite episode. I really enjoyed it.
Episode 6 is still my favorite, but I really did like this one, and I think since these episodes kind of come in like little mini arcs of 3 to 4 episodes, I'm guessing the next episode, episode 10, will be the conclusion of this prison arc.
Right.
So I'm really excited to see that. And then the next 2 episodes will probably be the conclusion of the series as a whole, where hopefully we'll see everything culminate together. So I'm very excited. We'd love to know some of your thoughts. Let us know what you guys think down in the comments below. If you did enjoy this video, leave it a like. It helps the channel out a lot. Subscribe. You'll be notified when we post the next video. Check out Patreon. You can watch the full-length reaction of all the Andor episodes we've done so far. You can also watch it early before anyone else. But for now, that is it. Jen and I appreciate you watching. We'll catch you in the next video, everyone. Take care.